Update at the moment, we're currently setting up hardware. Time now is about 3 minutes to 8 on Friday, the 14th of December 2012. At the moment, we're doing okay. Happy.
Yeah.
I would like to be ecstatic, but currently happy. I think Chris is struggling a bit.
What way?
Can't handle the pressure.
Really?
This is a challenge for no mortal man. VGM-a-thon. Crazy idea. I can't quite remember exactly where the idea came from, but I do remember you guys, when I say you guys, I mean Ross and Chris, hadn't been on the show that long. Maybe only a handful of shows under their belt. But we'd finished a show and someone said, I think it was Chris, just like, oh, it'd be so cool if we did our own game jam. And we were like, okay. Welcome to VGM Awesome and VGM-a-thon 2012. I like how Matt is the only person paying attention at the moment. Thank you, Chris. You are a pound. It was only Chris at that point who had done a game jam and even just done a 48-hour thing. I hadn't done anything in a 48-hour time stretch before.
Okay, so have any of you done 48-hour competition before?
No. And then, it just last year happened, and then off the back of last year and other projects, it's just grown into what it is now. So it literally was just an idea thrown out there, and we just said, okay, let's do it.
We just started VGM-a-thon 2012. We're about 4 hours in. It's weird. It's a very weird experience. It's relatively surreal. It's nothing that I've experienced before. I've done loads of game jams before. I've done about 7 game jams before, like 40-hour events. But this one is particularly weird because everybody is just kind of really chilled out at the moment. Okay, but there's a rabbit as well. How do you get the rabbit in?
Henchman of sorts.
The virus is the woolies are the virus. Okay, so it's kind of like catching everybody's in a kind of a silly mood. It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and there's like no pressure, and it's a very dangerous situation to be in because we have got a long way to go, and we're just kind of like taking it very easy, and it's rather disconcerting.
Yeah,
can you do some more shock ones? Like
impact ones?
Yeah, more impact ones.
I had literally just finished the coding bit I was doing. Just finished that and I was going to go in the background, so I came up here. How to get roped in? Chris got me in on this actually. He just sent me when they joined me part of this game jam. I'd already done a game jam. I thought, yeah, it'd be great fun. Oh dear. I started off messing with some pixel art, and I've just done like all the numbers for all of the characters and saved that as a notepad, so just accidentally ended up coding, which is something I've never done before. So I've just done that. And next I'm doing backgrounds. So I appear to be filling in everything at the moment.
This is Louis Speedster. And he's going to be a speed character, so in combat he'll always be the first one to attack, but he has low HP compared to the other characters.
Well, I thought it would be a really interesting project to work on, basically. Just like I'd heard about all the stuff that happened last year, so I just thought, might as well get involved this time. Connecting the voice with the person is that sort of thing, really. Just you're getting to actually know the people as well.
I think I'm going to have a better idea about where we stand at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is probably when I'm going to start winding down for 6 hours, maybe even 5. But yeah, it's a really tricky situation where we've got like the world engine, the world map rather is working completely fine. The level editor's in place, it's all ready to go. Matt's currently working on getting like his musical thing that he does in. Johnny Vigers is looking at the mechanics, like taking all the different characters, working out their stats, their level up options, all the different type of moves. And Matt's doing a really good job doing all the art assets, which sounds really good. But if you think about it in the scheme of things, we're actually moving at a very slow pace, and it's not in a position which I want to be in at the moment. It's just cool. It's cool. But I don't know. It's really weird to say, and it's interesting. I might be having a bit of fun on this one, but it'll be the first time ever.
Okay, my prank has been foiled because these guys woke up. The prank would have worked if the guys had stayed asleep.
What was up with that wake-up call this morning?
Oh yeah, the failed wake-up call. Well, it was 8 o'clock struck and you guys still hadn't surfaced. I said, well, I'm not going to play a really mean prank. I'm just going to go into the room, wake John up, bless you, John, I think I startled you somewhat, walk into the room, and all I was going to do was some kind of Metal Gear thing. As we were getting the camera ready, it starts beeping, and then the guys, shuffle and they wake up. So, lucky you guys. That one was foiled by the camera.
Alright, okay guys, Matt. Stellar job so far, like being up for the, I haven't gone to bed yet, that's amazing. And the quality of work that we're turning out was excellent, so really good job. At the moment, where we stand at the moment is we've got the battle system is well on track to be finished. And we should be getting reinforcements relatively soon in the next couple of hours, about 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. So keep it up, guys, and we'll have another meeting when it all goes well.
It's about just past 9 o'clock in the morning now. Have you had any downtime since?
No.
You haven't had any downtime?
Well, aside from a quick look around Tesco's, but besides that, no, I've been working pretty much solid.
This is the first time you've done one of these events.
Yeah.
What do you think your mileage is in terms of how much more you can do?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping I can make it this afternoon.
I felt like I woke up quite naturally. And there was Matt just prancing around the room high on a merge. The god-awful drink that it is. And I was completely oblivious to it. Maybe I just know him too well and just blocked him out. Just blocked Matt out. Matt has gone through 2 cans of Emerge. And he hasn't died yet, which is unheard of. So Tom, the art director who will be arriving today, unfortunately he's ill and he won't be able to make it. So that kind of means that all the pressure on designing all the art assets is now down to you two, which I'm very confident in the fact that you'll be able to do it. But the fact that you haven't slept yet is a little worrying.
Almost 48 hours conscious.
So what I suggest is as soon as you get those battle touches done, you just grab some sleep. Johnny, how are you looking at the moment?
I'm just doing the rabbit.
You're doing the rabbit at the moment. How many more bosses do you have to do?
3.
You've got 3 more bosses. Okay. Okay, we need to start designing the environment, that's all. Why don't you guys get those things done? How long do you reckon it's going to take to do the rest of the bosses?
I don't know. The parrot one's a 90 human. And the
Make him robotic.
if you make him a zombie or something, yeah, I'm not about to stylize him because usually.
So yeah, guys, if you get those done as quickly as possible, then go and get some sleep. And then when you come back, we'll have potentially a game. So then we have to
I'm loaded up on Pro Plus at the moment.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It doesn't. Oh well.
I've had a
More
grape,
work for me.
so I'm well up for everything.
Cool. Alright. Well, we'll work through the problem. It's not an issue, and we'll get it done. Standard.
The artwork that's coming from both Johnny Viggers and Matt is really, really cool. I mean, I'm not a pixel artist at all, but what they're able to produce again in such a short space of time is really, really good, and it's so encouraging to see. Because what I love about this project is like when you're surrounded by other people whose backsides are against the wall, and it's literally, you have to produce something. There is no room for failure here. We have a deadline. It's 5 o'clock tomorrow, and we have to deliver. And everyone's just working their absolute, off to make it happen. So yeah, it's been an incredible journey so far. I haven't seen Chris do much. I haven't seen any of his work just yet. But then he's kind of the ringmaster and just cracks a whip and walks off. Reminds me a lot of the Sergeant or Lieutenant Dyke from Band of Brothers, who, funnily enough, parted ways with his brothers on more than one occasion. Not much of a leader. Chris is a good leader. He's a good man. We're now heading over to Greg's to collect some food. Now we have to wait in a queue. Okay, this is it. What was your name, sorry? Joe. This is Joe. Joe is our man at Greg's. No, basically, Greg's has sponsored the VGM-a-thon event that we're doing across there. We're making a video game in 48 hours. And Kaylee, the manager, yeah, cool. She's agreed to sponsor the event, and she said she put together like a platter of sandwiches for me and the team.
She has those platters.
She has them.
I believe so.
Wonderful.
I saw her making them, so I hope she's got one.
Okay, good. I like your style.
Do you want me to go grab them for you?
That would be amazing.
Awesome.
Thanks, man. So, thank you so much.
Guys, thanks, Teddy.
Thanks, man.
Good luck with the video.
I think it's the same deal tomorrow, but I'll double check with Kaylee. We're not just blagging food off you. And we'll go from there.
Awesome.
Cheers, fella. Speak to you soon. Cheers, man. Oh, dude, we got tomorrow. Go with Sonic.
We got a Sonic fan.
Got a Sonic fan.
Say that for us again. You travelled how far to come see us?
32 miles. 32 miles. Just to...
traffic.
Just... I went through all this. Hey look, it's my character walk.
There you go. It's uncanny. It's absolutely uncanny.
The main character of the game turns out called Louis Speedster. Well, the creator himself, Louis, has turned up. And so everybody's kind of like stopped what they're doing and talking to this guy, which is really cool. But at the same time, we need to finish it. So ultimately, from a producer perspective, it's going well at the moment, and everybody's in really high spirits, which is really cool. And that's going to drive us forward in the future, in the next couple of hours. But Jamie Eggman should be here in a minute. It's about time he showed up, if he's sponsoring the event. And we look forward to him arriving, but to be honest, I don't think he will, because, well, he's a bit lackluster like that, isn't he?
Well, you can make this room filled with filled with like loads of coins or something like that, and a message box that pops up saying, "Hi, enjoy my game, Louis LeBlanc. Don't tell anyone about this." And Louis, do you tell anybody? Yeah, I should. Random thing.
So you drag down here.
Oh, yeah, it's a new experience. I've never been to where are we? Green. Willowbrook. Yes. I knew it was something green.
What would you say if Dr. Eggman and Blaze were making out?
I would find that a bit weird.
I'm Andrew Scully. I'm a mate of Chris's from Plymouth. I work as a software engineer by day, and we were coming up anyway for the Devin Townsend concert. That's on Sunday. So we kind of also talked into helping out with the VGM-a-thon while we were up here, and we were more than happy to help.
Over there on the camera is Ross. There's JonoD, he's also doing camera work as well. And then Johnny Ligers doing what he does.
Simply put.
Well, my name's Claire Scully, for a start. I kind of know Chris, CJ Knight. I know he was doing this kind of VGA thing, the video. I just know it's the video game thing. I'm not much of a programmer or anything like that. I like playing computer games and stuff, but I kind of liked the site and stuff. And then he asked my brother because my brother does. I think it's like software engineering. To be honest, it's sad that I don't actually know what my brother does. I know as a job, but yeah, he's kind of the computer-y guy. He's really good at stuff like that. But I can just like play computer games and I like reading and stuff. So I said I would help out with the script and that kind of thing because I can write and I'm slightly imaginative.
We got here earlier today. I think it's about 3 o'clock-ish. And we came in and Chris got us working on the dialogue and story for the game. So basically all the writing on the text that appears in-game.
This is the problem with Windows Vista.
Oh! Which is, is it Vista as you truly imagined it?
So, yeah, he brought us up to speed with the story and all the submissions that had come in, and then we just had to go through the process of obviously writing the intro and the outro and all the boss dialogue throughout the game.
Well, now it's shutting down, so...
Don't film this. Don't film this.
Alright.
Yeah, today was really cool. It was our first day, all day at the Willowbrook Centre. The amount of interest that we got from people was really good, and one of the storylines which we used in the game was by a guy called Louis LeBlanc. We didn't know this at the time, so we chose the main character to be his character, Louis Speedster, and this kid turned up, and he was like, "You've made my main." You're like, "That's my main character." And we're like, "What?" So this kid came up from I don't know where. It was like a 45-minute drive, and the look of his face when he was so excited, he was so pumped, and it was a massive morale boost for everybody. It was so good to see. It was really nice. It was awesome.
Musically, I'm happy, really happy actually. It was strange because it was a very rocky start. It took me a good few hours. I'm talking 3 or 4 hours before I actually felt like I was getting anywhere. But ever since then, it's just been awesome. It's been so good. And I still need to do the main theme, the title screen cue for the game. That's going to be my next project. I've just finished the world map, kind of dark world map. I wrote 2. I started writing a piece, and originally it was going to be the world map. Then I didn't realise the world map was actually going to be quite dark, and the piece I'd written was much too much uplifting for that. So we'll keep it in for the soundtrack anyway. So we've got 2 world map themes now, kind of like Link to the Past, where we had the light world and the dark world kind of thing.
I feel a bit superfluous now because the game mechanics at this stage, they're pretty much ironed out as far as we can without playtesting it. So we're going to do that till the game's finished, which will be sometime tomorrow. So for the time being, I'm helping out with other parts. Mechanics seem good, they seem sound. We've ironed out the little issue we had where we had defense and health, and attacking someone with high defense and low health, it mucked up and it ended up that someone could end up pretty much immortal through a small loophole. So we've got rid of that now.
Matt, as far as I can understand, you're pretty much the only member of the crew so far who has gone the whole course so far with no rest whatsoever. How on earth are you still alive?
To be honest, I have absolutely no idea. It's about 10 to midnight now. I reckon I've been up for over 36 hours. I'm playing Earthbound, and the final battle is almost symbolic of our struggle. We have the VGM team
fighting, taking on a monumental task. In this case, they are fighting against the embodiment of evil, and we are struggling to make an RPG in 48 hours. I just remember, back around, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock, I was pretty much, it was really starting to get to me. I was approaching the wall. I was just pretty much dead on my feet, just trying to draw. I was just, just kept jumping awake. And then I decided I was going to break out the Pro Plus, and I've been awake ever since. I didn't think of a way to end this. I need sleep. Help!
Well, the plan tonight is I don't plan on sleeping because it needs to get done, and it's basically my job to bring everything together within the engines. We've got 2 engines really. We've got the world engine, we've got the battle engine, both of which are unfinished, and I'm just solely coding at the moment, so I have to get it all done. But I mean, like from the other guy's point of view, like all the assets are nearly done, the script and the story are nearly done, so those guys are nearly finished, and the music's nearly done as well. So those guys are ahead of schedule, big time, like really big time. So they can all go off to bed soon, like within about 4 or 5 hours time.
How long do you want it to be? Sorry.
Is this the title screen?
This is the title screen.
Loop minute.
Loop minute.
If you're gonna go to town, then it can be any length you want.
Good, thanks.
One more thing. Is this the last track you're doing?
Yeah.
What's your ETA?
Time is now. Couple of hours.
Okay. You can do some sound.
Yeah.
It's 12 on the final day. It's technically Sunday now, so we have 17 hours remaining. Matt is working on his final piece at the moment, so he should be done relatively soon. Johnny is finishing up on the level, which is looking, well, the world, which is looking lovely. It's looking absolutely lush after the first attempt.
It was abstract.
Claire and Andy have finished their script and story, and that's all been done in scripts, so it's just ready for me to bring in now and just kind of like present it. But what we've got now is got Andrew working on the code as well, which it's been like a winged angel in the middle of the night for me. The thing that's scaring me at the moment is, without a doubt, the battle, different moves in the battle game. It's
hard.
Well, it's uncharted territory, that's for sure.
I think we're slowly edging closer to our end goal. I think Chris is feeling a little less stressed now. There's added pressure on the project because we're bringing the deadline forward. Although we've got more hours, or have had more hours available to us, we are bringing the deadline forward to 5 o'clock as opposed to something like 7:30, 8 o'clock, or even last year we submitted at 11 o'clock. So we're bringing that forward. So there is an added pressure there. But I mean, we've got a bigger team. We've got more hours, as I say, we're more experienced. I mean, the year that we've all had creatively has been absolutely mental.
Christopher. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
Alright, sticking in, see where it goes.
Really, really close to the end.
Yeah. How does it feel like it's close to the end? Do you feel like got a sort of finalised product coming?
Yeah. I think maybe it's because of my role, but I'm quite relaxed about it. Like, so it feels like it's gradually, naturally winding down into the finished thing. But I've been responsible for the mechanics design and the whole design part. So my part was over quite a while ago, and now I'm mainly focused on just constantly testing. So I don't know what state it's in. Chris is the one who's got everything on his plate, and he's still got loads of work to constantly do. So
That is what we need in order to complete the game mechanics and basically finish the game minus polish and minus sound. So Andrew and myself have divided the roles between us, and we're trying to hack that out as quickly as possible.
Sure.
How long is it going to take us to do? I would say 4 hours.
God, where's the time gone? Jeez.
How are you feeling, first of all?
Tired. I think everyone is tired. Everyone's been amazing though. Like the sleep was always going to be the biggest factor in anything like this, because I mean, you know, you're working really hard and you're using your brain and problem solving and all the time, because these kind of events don't come without their fair share of little obstacles and hurdles to get around or jump over.
We had another huge problem in the game, another bug fix which has taken me about 45 minutes to fix. And the menu, the world was active during a battle, which meant that when you were toggling through the menu, technically speaking, you're walking around the world, and then you got yourself in another encounter whilst you were in an encounter. So you would enter another encounter whilst in an encounter. So
Would it get massively confused?
yeah. So it's been ages of backtracing where the hell like the value's been changed, and it was just a simple switch in the update, and it was just like there in front of my face, and I would never make that mistake unless I was incredibly tired.
We're all in it together. We're all in this thing together. The team ethic is second to none, and as I say, the chemistry is just brilliant, and everyone just gets on with it. Everyone's been really supportive. You know, no one's really had any real massive issues where they can't see a way forward, and haven't been able to sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel. But when those little issues have kind of propped up, someone's always been there to say, "Come on, you know, we can do this." You know, so yeah, it's good.
Alright guys, we have 2 hours and 20 minutes left. You're doing a stellar job. So we just want to keep it up for the meantime, until we get to the end. We're nearly done to what we consider to be done, to a point which we can argue that we're done. So Matt, you're currently finishing on some of the sound.
Yes.
Johnny, you're currently doing the balancing. Andrew, you're fixing some of the code and getting like the players to die.
And stay dead.
Claire, you're helping me out on the formatting for the credits. And Matt, what are you up to?
I have no clue.
Okay, well, that's cool, man. Do you want to help Johnny balance again, because you're doing a really good job earlier on?
Okay.
So we've got only 2 hours to get this done, and then we can upload it, and then we can all pat each other on the back. It's been a stellar job. Keep it up, yeah. We ain't got long to go.
we're under the 2 hour mark now. Really, really close to the end.
Well, I can't really go into much detail at the moment because we're an hour away from submission.
There's a lockdown.
They know.
God damn, it's the Umbrella Corporation.
You have uploaded the file.
I've uploaded the file. It literally is like the end of 2012 VGM-a-thon. We have succeeded.
Well done, man.
We have
Congratulations.
succeeded.
Cheers, man.
Your hands are so sweaty. Gross.
Well played, man.
Maybe we should do this more officially in a quieter location.
No way.
This is a pivotal moment right now. Though.
Next year we'll come to London.
London 2013.
London 2013 in Covent Garden with all the street performers and all that. VGM-a-thon 2013.
There's definitely wireless there.
Yes. Good work, people. Good work. Well done. Guys, it's been emotional. Very emotional. Massive thank you to everybody for your time and skill and knowledge and effort. It's hugely appreciated, and we will see you next year.
VGM Awesome, the UK's best video game radio show, only on PNR.
Got a message from Louis LeBlanc, who was our little starlet during the VGM-a-thon 2012 event that we put on last year. Well, I say last year, it was actually a month ago today, gentlemen.
Exactly today.
No way.
That we started.
Exactly today.
No way.
A month ago today.
So it's 2013, and VGM Awesome continues and has started again. And it's sort of like VGM-a-thon 2012 marked the end of a very long year of busyness. I think now that we have that under our belts, I think everyone possibly feels a little bit more confident about what we're doing anyway, and also what we can achieve if we just all put our minds to it.
I think we achieved quite a lot over the weekend of the VGM-a-thon 2012. First and foremost, the game being delivered was a given. I think everyone worked just ridiculously well together. You know, if you compare the game to, other kind of freebie titles on the web and whatnot, and kind of fan-made things or independent games, yes, there are bugs, there are holes, but it was made in 48 hours. So what do you kind of expect? I think for what we achieved, given the time constraint, was really, really good.
To me, it was more of an experimental kind of project, because we kind of did it before last year, and this year we kind of tried to do it on a lot bigger scale, with a lot more input. And I think that in hindsight, making an RPG was a terrible, terrible idea. I felt that we spent too much time with designing the actual game mechanics itself, and wrestling with the engine, rather than actually making a game fun. And that next year, or if we are doing it next year, I think what we should focus on is possibly a platformer with lots of different game mechanic elements in it, with an MMO kind of multiplayer game.
It's a little bit strange because I think that the game aspect of it is kind of irrelevant. The thing which kind of really got to me was the collaboration aspect of it. How these people had never met each other. They'd come from all walks of life. We had, people come up from Plymouth, people come up from Wiltshire, all loads of different walks of life. And it just worked. For 2 days, it just worked.
There were a lot of different people from different kinds of backgrounds. It's lovely to see that sort of come together. I associate it with how I respond to film in general, but also seemingly game in my limited experience of game making. From witnessing it and filming it a couple of times, I think that it's lovely to see different disciplines coming under the same product. There's the diversity in game is unparalleled. We had a graphic artist, you have like bass programmers. It's kind of it's almost two sides of your brain as well, and therefore the full spectrum of people can fit into those kind of roles. So it does open the doors and say, if you're interested in any way, you've definitely got something to offer, which is kind of the point.
We took it upon ourselves to take content and ideas and submissions from the community to give us ideas for a video game that we were going to make in just one weekend, 48 hours.
Returning to VGM-a-thon, the radio show, after doing the VGM-a-thon, has been, quite uneventful, really. It hasn't really felt like I've been away. It feels like I've got a massive weight off my shoulders. Things haven't really changed. Except from, things are a little bit boring around here now.
I had to say it's a little bit strange after the first show we had back after VGM-a-thon because we were all very tired. We weren't quite with it, and then we got back, and then everything just kind of it started again. You know, because we're into a new year. We're doing quite well. And if anything, it's just a sign of things that are to come because we saw the interest was there. The interest is there with the show, not just the VGM-a-thon, with the event. And I think that's something that's really going to carry us forward into 2013 and indeed VGM-a-thon 2013.
I think the current structure of the VGM-a-thon does work. Naturally, this was our first year doing it proper, and it will be tweaked each year, I think, because we'll have experience from the previous year, and that would just snowball, and eventually, maybe 2013, by the way, 2013 is going to happen, we are going to do another one, and it will just snowball into something very cohesive and well-oiled, but that, like anything, comes with experience, I think. But again, from what we've achieved in just 2 years, has been really, really good, and I think the community video game aspect of it, I think it does work, or at least can work, with a bit more work. Who was the most annoying?
Probably me.
I think MattVV was the most annoying.
So full of shit, man.
Can't say that. Case in point.
That's it. That's the tape ruined now. We're going to have to do all of that again now.
So full of hate.
That.
I think that was the end. That was the end. Cut. Can't use any of that. Cut.
Thanks, everyone. Let's go.